This episode of Hack College is sponsored by Radar.net and Squarespace.
This is Hack College. It's the opposite of the feeling you get when you see your first tuition bill.
Today we'll be reviewing the HP laptop that we're giving away. Contest starts today.
Wow. And we're also going to show you like so many innovative ways to open a beer bottle. Some of them are sweet and others are dangerous.
This and more on this week's Hack College.
Hey there, Hack College is a life hacking show for and by college students. I'm Chris.
And I'm Kelly.
And we have a little sweet show for you fresh off our fall break.
Big shout out to everyone who met up with me in London at the Future of Web Apps. A lot of people stopped me and
wish
were
I
like,
was
"Hey."
there.
Yeah, it was awesome. Great to meet all the Hack College fans out there. So yeah, let's kick it off to a game of opposable thumbs. This is Opposable Thumbs. We take 3 college news stories and give them the finger, thumbs up, thumbs to the side, or thumbs down. It's different now, shorter, 60 seconds, and we're taking a little bit more liberty with the stories. Story number 1.
Verizon will start charging companies for sending SMS to its customers.
Boom.
Meh. So they're basically going to charge web services like Twitter and like news companies that send out SMS to Verizon customers. So only Verizon customers are going to get charged. Or not, the customers aren't going to get charged, the company's going to get charged 3 cents per text.
And the reason why this is really lame, and this is the age-old anecdote that I always bring up whenever SMS rates get brought up, but if you were to download one MP3 via SMS, it would cost you $6,000 in charges. Can you believe that?
Well, basically at like the per kilobyte
Yeah,
rate relative
exactly.
to how much they charge per like kilobyte. And then, you know, text messages like no information space, so it's ridiculous that they do this. But I don't know. Thank God it's not going to apply to consumers, though. That would
Yes,
kick some.
yeah, but I'm just worried for companies like Twitter that it might actually like cripple them if they start having to pay like thousands of dollars in this, you know. So.
Yeah, they'll just cut off all of Verizon customers, I guess. I mean, what else are you going to do? Story number 2.
Companies start experimenting with terminal computing for universities. What are you going to give this?
Thumbs to the side,
I'll go
Kelly,
thumbs
to
up.
explain that thing.
Okay, so the idea is you just have like 30 monitors, 30 keyboards, and 30 mice, like all plugged into like one like $500 computer. And this makes perfect sense for places like the library when you're only like seeing if like a book's in the catalog and you don't need like a Pentium 4 or dual core processor. To
Right,
do
so
that.
usually like in computer labs on a campus, there'll be several computers when in fact like most of the tasks like in a library are just really simple, like browsing internet that just does not require the computing power that they actually have.
Yeah.
But like in my experience, it's like my parents have like a really good computer that's running Ubuntu, which is like a really solid operating system.
Yeah.
But like it still is just not as fast as I'd want it to be. You know?
Exactly. So I'm still a little like skeptical until I like use one of these machines as to like how fast it's actually going to be.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess if you're just doing like word processing or something like that, or it's like a spreadsheet room or something like that, I can see it working at this school. So,
Story number 3.
textbook torrents officially shuts down. Thumbs to the side.
Thumbs down.
So basically, this place, Textbook Torrents, people would scan in entire freaking textbooks, okay?
Yeah.
The entirety of textbooks, PDF them, and put them on Textbook Torrents.
Yeah.
Torrent downloading website, you can get your textbooks for free by stealing them.
Yeah.
And it's gone forever.
Yeah, I'm really heartbroken because I mean he succumbed to legal pressure. The guy that ran the
That
site.
is a major bummer.
Yeah.
The only reason I'm not giving this a straight up thumbs down is that it's completely illegal to do that. You know, it's blatant copyright infringement, and I think you're screwing over the author who wrote the book just as much as you are the publisher. Like the publishers are really the middlemen that are like being the and overcharging and stuff.
Here's a whole wrench in that. The publisher or the authors have already been paid.
Exactly.
For this thing,
Yeah.
So I don't know how much you're screwing
I mean okay. So I mean, but I think that the author has like some value for their product, that they don't just want it like strewn about. Yeah, that's a good point.
All right, let's take some time to thank one of our sponsors.
Today's episode is brought to you in part by Squarespace, the blogging platform that will knock your socks off. Squarespace is the most customizable backend on the planet for your blog. It's easy to learn, easy to do. It's even easy on the eyes. It's so fantastic. You'll see Hack College on their platform very soon.
So it was my duty to transform and move Hack College over to Squarespace, and they're really helpful, really nice. Like the back end is absolutely amazing. Like I've never seen anything like this. It is probably the coolest web technology
It's
I've
just
ever
like
seen.
you real time can like adjust the number of columns and see it. You don't have to like reload the page and like update things, and it's just like
think of the first time you used Google Maps. It's like that experience, except for blogging.
It's just perfect.
Yeah. Thank you, Squarespace.
Anyway, now for someone shotgunning a beer.
Drink, 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 drink it down. You gotta drink, 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 drink it down. Drink it.
If you'd like to be featured shotgunning a beer on Hack College, please send us an email at shotgun@hackcollege.com. Now for a little word about radar.net.
Radar.net is the ultimate camera phone picture social network. It lets you share pictures privately with your friends by uploading them quickly right from your mobile. Snap a pic, email or MMS it with a caption, and it's online instantly. Check out their hot new website design, their mind-blowing Facebook app, and their selected featured channels, from such cool things as dorm life and college humor.
So the other night we were at this amazing thing called Crank Mob, all right? It's 400 people on bicycles just wreaking havoc throughout downtown LA, well, Santa Monica more exactly. And so I just had to get the spectacle on my camera phone a little bit, and I uploaded all the pictures to Radar.
Yeah.
So you can friend me on Radar if you want, and you know, you can see sort of what this is like. 400 bikers just like
Descending onto a parking lot, going inside, buying cases of beer.
And so like in the pictures you can see like all the like flashing back lights of all the bikes, and which is like the coolest part of it being at night, you know, and it just really was a surreal experience. So check out radar.net. So now we are literally going to show you every single possible way to open a beer bottle without a beer bottle opener. Chris here from Hack College. Just so you know, there's about 5 different methods for opening a beer bottle with random items. Once you know all 5, you can pretty much grab anything off the counter and open a beer bottle. Let's do it! Yep. So there's 2 different ways of using basic leverage to open a beer bottle, and this is the easiest one. All I'm using for this one is a belt buckle, but anything that's like a metal rectangle that's not big enough to fit around the entire bottle cap is going to work perfectly fine. So I know that this is a great belt buckle for this. And all you do is wrap it around and bend it backwards. It's very easy. It's for sure the easiest of all of them. You can use a door jamb. You can use a door lock. You can use anything rectangular like that.
Really?
Okay, now we're on to the favorite lighter method. This is when things really get opened up, because if you can do this with a lighter, you can do it with all sorts of crazy stuff. Basic technique here, you just want to wedge the lighter in between your thumb or another part of your hand and just squeeze the bottle as hard as you can, because this will firm up like the edges of your hand and give you some good leverage, and it'll also just keep the lighter in place. So you just like that. Bingo. So some of the things you can use for this, you can actually use a folded up piece of paper. Just fold it up as many times as you can and use a corner, wedge it in there. You can use a spoon. I've seen people use like a frying pan. You can use pretty much any item in your kitchen. You could use like, I saw someone use once the back of a plastic chair, actually like picked it up and like just wedged it in there, and boom. It's very easy. So this opens up a lot of possibilities. You can use a hat. There's just crazy stuff you can do with this one.
Cool.
So I just like to call this the brute force method because I've never seen anything like it, really. You can use any type of roll of tape, and it gives duct tape one more use on top of that million, but this is pretty MacGyver-ish here, okay? So you just get the teeth hooked onto the edge of the cardboard on the inside, and then I like to kind of squeeze it between my thighs, whatever that means, and then you just pull as hard as you can. You want to watch your eyes though, because this thing can fly off, and like it's kind of aimed. It could be like aimed upward, and you don't want to get hurt. So here we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Here we go. This is the fist pound. Okay. This one, I have ruined many a surface with this, so you've got to be wise about the edge that you're choosing. All you need to do is find like a really solid edge somewhere, preferably like some molding that nobody cares about. But I'm going to use the edge of the refrigerator here. So you just lock on the teeth again onto the edge, and then in this case, we're just going to pound down with your fist. like that. And it'll just fly right off. And you can just chip away at someone's like brick wall if you're not careful. So, you know, watch out. It's opening. So I like to just call this the pop-up move, sort of. Some of these are pretty fantastic. It's all about just getting about like a 45-degree angles worth of pressure underneath the cap. And so you can do this with like another bottle where you just, you know, get the edge of the bottle underneath the grooves and then hit like right at a 45-degree angle. That's pretty easy. You can use like a textbook or a telephone book. You can use... you could use like a 2x4 if you wanted to, just kind of like wedge it under there and then just pop with your other hand. But the absolute craziest one, you're like never gonna believe me when I show you this, but like I'm about to take off the top of this with a CD and aim this away from people because this one can get crazy. But all I'm trying to do is hit the edge under here at about 45 degrees, like I said. So here we go. It takes a couple attempts for sure. There we go. Isn't that great? Like you can, this is like scam school basically. Like tell someone like I'll open a bottle with just by hitting it with a CD, and I'll shoot the cap out the door too while I'm at it. I mean that's pretty crazy. So that's about it for this segment. So I hope you enjoy it. Just be creative, you know, just be I want you to be able to grab anything and just open a beer bottle. So practice them and you'll become a master.
Well, that's it. Thanks for joining us today. Please check us out at hackcollege.com for all of your study tip and beer sip needs.
And make sure you come back next week. We'll be checking out each of the presidential elections and talking about just the issues that we, the students, care about.
In the meantime, you can stalk us on Twitter. I am twitter.com/Kelly Sutton. Chris is twitter.com/Lazinski. I'm Kelly.
And I'm Chris.
And until next week,
thanks for watching. Lazinski. And that's my name also.
I'm Kelly Sutton.
I'm Chris Lazinski.
Until next week.
That was just bad.
Yeah, that was terrible.
I was trying to make it a... That really exploded. Oh my god.